So my last straight job is 1979. I was living in New York City, and I was not able to pay my rent. It was $125 a month, and I was having a hard time paying that. So my landlord says, we have these jobs, we're rehabbing apartments. Can you do construction? I lied. I said yes. He sent me over to a crew. These guys were, rehabbing apartment buildings. And so I go in there. They realized in 2 seconds I didn't know anything about carpentry, but I was a good guy. I would go get beer for them, cigarettes, make them laugh, hang around all day long. At the end of the day, the guy said, is he any good? He said, no, he can't do anything. He's not shit. He doesn't, But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So he says, look, can you clean out apartments? I said, clean out? That's manual labor. My family has lived on this planet for generations based upon our ability to do manual labor. I said, I can do manual labor. Clean out apartments, sweep, clean out trash. Yeah, I can do that. So he gives me an address, said, tomorrow morning, go over and meet these guys, and you'll clean out apartments. So the next morning, I go over in front of this building, and there's 4 young guys, 4 young Italian guys, and they're passing around a half pint, and they go, you guys ready to go? This is a new guy. Yeah, come on, let's go. We're going to clean out apartments. What they were doing was these buildings were being bought by their employers, and they wanted them cleaned out. A lot of people were squatters down there. So we'd go and pound on the door and say, it's time to leave, you gotta leave. If they didn't leave, we'd kick down the door. We'd go in and we'd throw their stuff out windows, all the squatters. We were just clearing the place out of squatters. That's what we did all day long. We got some fights. Sometimes we pushed people around, but I was half drunk and making money. That's all I know. And at night, I go do stand-up comedy. Every night I do stand-up comedy. In the morning, I go work with these young guys who I didn't know who they were. It's just that we were clearing out the buildings for the guys who owned it. So then one time I finally became a paid regular at the Improv, which means I started getting paying nights at the Improv. I could MC and make some money, and I started getting some gigs. They were like $55 gigs. I said, I can quit this day job, and I'm done with this, man, because it was burning me out, and it was not a good job for me. Not a good job. So I forgot all about it. About a year later, I'm working at Catch a Rising Star, and I'm performing. And this guy stands up and goes, hey, Richie, there he is. And he's with a bunch of guys. One of the young guys who I was doing that cleaning out job with now looked like one of the guys from Goodfellas. He's got the, the collar outside the tie. He said, come on, right in the middle of the show, doesn't even care. Come on over, have a drink. I said, I got to finish this thing. Come on. So I finish this, and I go hang out with these guys for like a day or two.